Okay guys, this is my hand-built Towmater 6x6. It is a 540 motor, 55 turn with transmission out of a Redcat Everest 10. It has 3 steer axles, front steer axles from a Redcat Gen 7. It has 2 separate transfer cases, and then it has 5 drive lines. Right now I have the rear steering axles locked out. I'm kind of messing with those. Fresh battery. I'm not flooring it yet, but you can kind of see how she works. This is the best video I can do for right now. I need to go find some rocks eventually here. One major issue I've already seen at the moment is at least on my rear axle, my rims are spinning within my tires. So gonna have to get the old glue out and glue the wheels together. High centered a little bit. This has drop suspension, so it's setting really low. Has a lot of drop suspension, but nothing on the upside. So I want to get it to some rocks. Everyone knows that the body was custom built from 3 different bodies. Right now I have a full battery in it. It's going pretty slow. I might switch to a 27 turn, but I like these tires a lot better than the last ones I had on. The other ones making turns like that, it would just peel the tires right off the rims even though they were glued, because this thing weighs almost 20 pounds. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to put up the table, put it on the table, take the body off, and let you guys see what's underneath. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this will be close enough to see everything. We'll first take the body off. Again, this is a custom made out of 3 different bodies. My battery is in this little toolbox looking thing that I got from Etsy. So it works pretty good. Unclip my battery. That's the battery I'm using right now. Seems to work pretty good. Set that over there. Put this back down through the hole. We'll pull the body off. Okay, there is the truck. So, as you can see, got a 55 turn motor, to a transmission, so the front driveline out of the transmission goes to, hopefully you guys can see this, it goes to a transfer case. Then from that transfer case, it goes to a second transfer case here. So you can see the drive shaft's first transfer case. This is the second drive shaft. Up here's the other drive shaft that runs off of the transmission. So here's the first transfer case, small drive shaft, to the second transfer case. These both are a 2-to-1 transfer case, so they are inverted. That brings me back with this gear ratio back to the same gear ratio as what's up here and here. So we have drive shaft that connects both transfer cases. This drive shaft runs the front axle. This drive shaft runs the center axle. Then the original rear drive shaft off of this transmission runs to the rear drive line. So I hope you guys can kind of see all that. I don't know if you can get a good picture there or not, but that's how pretty much everything works. Maybe not far enough for you guys to see, maybe not. But anyway, yeah, that's how it all works. Transmission to transfer case to front and middle, and then out the back to the other one. But like I showed you, it was a little bit slow, so I think I'm going to put a 27 turn motor where this other one is, where this 55 is. And another thing that I'm doing for this one, anyway, I took the rear servos off while I was trying to figure this out, because my frame width is very small. So I'm actually going to cut this brace out, and I have other braces, and I'm going to move it back here, get rid of this bumper, and then I'm going to put another brace up here and probably one in the middle, and do what I did before. I had 6 drive lines, and then I'm going to put my servos on end so that they will have enough room to come up, and the servos will actually come up through the frame when the suspension comes up. And as you can see, this thing's got tons of droop on it, so my droop suspension working really good there. And this is, you know, all trial and error. The rails are from Home Depot. I just made this all from scratch and buying individual pieces on Amazon. So that's going to be my next issue, is getting my rear steer back to these 2 axles, which it worked before when I had the other axles and servos. But since these are bigger, I need bigger servos. So that's my plan. I'm going to take this bumper off, put a rear cross member back here, and I'm going to mount my servos on end, and I'm going to run this drive shaft through a carrier bearing that I have from a semi truck, and then run another drive shaft from the carrier bearing down here. That way it'll lift this drive shaft up and over the servo, and I'll put another brace back here somewhere to kind of stiffen it all up, and I may be able to put another one. Well, I'll have to put one where the carrier bearing will be. So that's going to be the next plan. Like I said, she's got, you know, not bad for my first attempt at building anything for being 55 years old. So that's in a nutshell. You can see the uprights, you know, got little pins to hold them where they want to. Biggest part was the body, getting it all, you know, screwed together, bolted together, finding room for the transmission that goes through the hole there, getting the wheels lined up, making it long, short. I did a lot of stuff over the year. You guys probably saw some of the videos. So that's my next thing, is going to do that. And I have it on. I'm gonna put the battery onto it and let you guys kind of see how this works. So I'm gonna lift it up a little bit. Try not to pinch my fingers on anything. So you can see all the drive shafts moving. So, yep, she works pretty good. See how it all works. Took a lot of engineering to figure that out. And like I said, you guys saw the other videos probably where it had 6 drive shafts and the rear wheel steer. So that's going to be my next thing, is figuring out the vertical servos on their side and brackets for those, and then redo 2 drive lines for this back one. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you were entertained.